Hi LinkTree fam! So today is Alayna's Q&A video. So you guys asked your questions on our YouTube post, and today we're gonna answer them. Okay guys, we're starting with the first question. We're gonna get through as many as we possibly can today. So Pamela McKenzie wants to know, did you change your name at adoption? And if you did, how did you pick it?
Okay, so yes, I did change my name when I got adopted.
Yes.
And mom and me picked out some names that I liked, and then we just went down the list. I chose if I liked it or not. Actually, my middle name was on that list, and I liked it so much I wanted it to be my middle name.
Yep.
I didn't see myself as an Adeline.
Yes. So we did not, actually Sean and I did not want to change her name. Her name used to be Serena Marie, and we loved her name. But we were at therapy, and the therapist said that sometimes when kids are being adopted, that they just need, they need a fresh start. Yeah,
you need to disconnect the ties.
Yes. And so that was the only reason we could think. She was begging us to change her name. She said that we were letting some of the other kids change their name, and why couldn't we let her? And the only reason was because we really loved her name.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Sean and I went through, and I went through and made a list of names I liked. I had Sean go through it. He marked off which ones he liked. So then I gave Alayna the list of names that Sean and I both liked. And both of the names, her first and her middle, were on that list. So her name is Alayna Adeline Conley.
Yeah, Adeline, The Age of Adeline. I think that's where they got it.
Yes.
Adeline.
We, it was funny because we love that movie, and we would watch it over and over. And Sean had mentioned how much he really liked that name. And I said, oh, me too. And so I put it on our list. And so apparently Alayna liked it too. So yes, we did let her change her name. And it's funny because it takes a long time to get used to a kid's new name, I feel like. So it took us quite a while to not only start calling them that all the time, but also
spelling it correctly.
Yeah, doing all the things that come with a name change. So yes, that was a great question. Thank you. Next question is from a Glimmer Day. What are your glimmers? Okay, she says glimmers are little moments in the day that are simple things that calm your brain and make you feel content and happy. Like maybe watching a sunset, petting your kitten, like for me, a peaceful cup of coffee. So she wants to know what your glimmers are.
Okay, I have a couple that make me relax. First one, I love to take Logan on walks and stuff.
Her and Logan are like this. And so yes, I see that.
And then reading a book, reading a good book. Mom got me a book series, and I'm in love with it.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a really good book series.
It is.
What's it called?
Millie Maven.
Millie Maven, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good one. I just lost the second book, but I'm trying to finish the first one, and then I'll find a second one. And then personal care, maybe a self night all to myself, watching movies with face masks. And I also like doing skincare.
Oh, she loves skincare, and you've gotten the other kids into it too.
Yeah. I watched a video and I was like, ooh, that seems interesting.
So what do you do for your skincare?
Okay, so first I do an exfoliator, and then I do a cleanser, and then a toner, and then a moisturizer. And then sometimes in the morning I'll ice my face before I do any of that.
Yeah, she has a roller that she uses. Yeah. So, and she got Lily into it, and then Rosie started doing it.
Yeah, and now Isabella's into it.
And now Isabella wants to do it, yeah. So it's fun that the girls can have something that they bond over and do together, and I'm sure they talk in there. And
yeah, a lot of talks going there.
And as far as listening to books, she's very into romance.
Romance is the biggest book.
Yes, so she listens to a lot of romance books.
Yeah. Mom says I'm a romantic. I don't know what that means.
She is very much a romantic. Linda P. says, Alayna, What would be your dream vacation if money was no problem? Oh, and what 5 fashion items would you have to pack in your suitcase?
Oh.
So let's start with the first part. So what would your dream vacation be?
Okay, my dream vacation will probably be to like Hawaii or something.
Okay.
Like a tropical place that's not too hot but not too cold.
Yeah.
There are 2 places, Hawaii and Tennessee, because Mom's like really like.
I think the mountains would be really cool.
I like to hike, but here the only hiking thing's up a hill.
Up a little sand dune maybe.
Yeah.
So I could see Hawaii would be a great place. I've never been to Hawaii actually.
And Hawaii has mountains, doesn't it?
I think they actually have volcanoes and
I wouldn't want to climb a volcano, but
why not? Okay, so then the next part was what 5 fashion items. Now you are the fashionista. What 5 fashion items would you have to take?
Okay, let me think about this because I have a lot of clothes and I'm attached to every single one of them. Let's see. Oh, my blue jacket. The one that's like puffy.
Okay, yeah. So that's one.
Okay, and then my dress.
Which dress?
Well, really Rosie's dress, but it's like it's like a forest dress.
Oh, is it long?
Yeah.
Like a long dress?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then 2 of them Grandma Gail gave to me.
Okay.
So there is one that's a blue skirt with flowers on it.
Okay.
And I'd pair it with a white tank top that has flowers on the top, like right here.
Okay.
And then also,
I think you were wearing that in our 4th of July video.
Yes.
Okay. And then is there anything other than clothes that you would bring?
Yeah, shoes.
Gotta have shoes.
Oh, and purses.
Oh.
I like my purses.
So maybe there'd be more than 5 items you'd really have to bring.
Yeah, my mini circle purse, my big backpack, a tote bag.
You'd have a lot of things.
Yeah. When I pack, Mom makes me go through it 3 times to see if I can get rid of anything, because I just bring my whole entire wardrobe with me, and then I wonder why all my clothes are dirty.
I'm teaching the kids to pack lighter.
And then probably with shoes, I'd probably bring my death chaps, or AKA my high heels.
Her high heels.
And then probably my tennis shoes, and then my white tennis shoes that I'm wearing right now. And my slippers.
Oh, slippers are a must-have.
Yeah. Oh, and then
Oh wait, there's more.
my white sandals.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Yes, those are very pretty. They match with almost everything. Mountain Girl. We are an adoptive family also. We have 9 children, some bio, some adopted. How do you shrug off the comments from social workers? So this question is for me. How do you shrug off the comments from social workers, adoption agencies, and or attorneys who are not large family friendly? We have to work with these people, but they have an almost godlike mentality, and it can be so discouraging to larger families. You guys are doing an amazing job. Love your videos, and God bless you all. Thank you. Now, let me tell you, we actually never had a problem.
I feel like every caseworker was like really happy that we adopted so much.
Yeah, and even when we were just fostering, we never had a problem with people looking at our large family as a negative. And I'm going to tell you why I think that is. I was so on top of everything that it was almost overkill. So I kept a log of every interaction, every appointment, everything, anything the kids said to us. It was almost like a daily journal of everything that happened. And it ended up being like a year and a half into our case, which their case ended up taking us 3.5 to 4 years to get to adoption. But a year and a half into that case, I was at 62 pages. And so when I say I kept a journal of everything, I did. And then when we would go to court, I would give it to the caseworker, or I would give it to the GAL, and then that was just, information that they had that they could use. Then the other thing was, I would always send a weekly email. So I would always send an email every week to everybody on the team. So it would be the GAL, our CASA, if there were like a therapist, I'm trying to think who else was all on the email. Our caseworker, we had an agency worker, so she was on there. So anybody that was like a part of the team, which we considered ourselves part of the team whether they did or not. We just considered ourselves part of that team, and so I made myself an integral part of that team. So I would send out a weekly email telling them all about the happenings of the week. So it would be all about what happened at therapy with the kids. It would be what happened at school, if they needed any extra support at school, or if how the IEP meetings went, or how just anything that happened. I would talk about any medical things that happened. Do we have any doctor's appointment? What happened at speech? What happened at physical therapy? What happened at occupational therapy? What happened just anything that happened medically. So therapy, medical, school, behaviorally, whatever happened behaviorally in our home that week, I would include that. And anything that we felt we needed, like to maintain support for the kids, we included that. So we just included everything I possibly could, and I did that every single week. And I had so much praise from the caseworker saying, I just copy what you write, I paste that in my notes, and I have everything right there at my fingertips then. And honestly, I think that by doing those two things, that they looked at that as us being on top of things. So
yeah, Mom is very organized when it comes to things. She's like,
yes,
this is my giveaway pile, this is my keep pile, this is my Christian pile, this is my Charlie pile.
Yes. I'm so like overly organized. I think that's just the perfectionist side of me. I feel like everything has to be perfect, and obviously we know that nobody's perfect and nothing can ever be perfect, but I will do my darndest to get it there. So I think that by doing that, people were just blown away, because I don't think very many foster parents do that. And so I think they looked at us as
role model.
Oh, we have no question that they could do this. And then we never got looked at negatively, and then everybody always talked highly of us. So that would be the only thing that I would say, is because we never had that, and those were the things I did, so maybe that was why. But the other thing I would say is we do feel like glorified babysitters. We did feel like glorified babysitters. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Instant Family, but they talk a lot about that in that movie, and it is so true. You just feel like you're a nobody, even though that you're the ones taking care of the kids 100% of the time, and you're doing everything for them. You still feel like you're a nothing, pretty much, and that your opinion doesn't matter, and that you have to kind of just let it roll off your shoulder and remind yourself that it doesn't matter how anybody looks at you. It doesn't matter what anybody it does kind of matter what the caseworkers and GALs think, because they can move the kids.
They can.
But don't let that get into your psyche and affect your thinking in a negative way, because really you mean way more than people are going to give you credit for. And what really matters is the interactions between you and the kids and the bonding that happens, because whether anybody wants to put emphasis on that or not, it is really the most important thing that happens during that time that the kids are in foster care, because you will be the one that pulls them out of all of the negativity that they are in, as far as how they think about themselves, maybe not knowing how to be hygienic, not knowing what love is, not knowing what stability is, and you will be the one that teaches them all those things. And we taught all the kids how to ride bikes, and so, Sean did. He took that on. He taught all the kids how to ride a bike.
And he wants to teach us how to drive cars.
Yeah, and those things are important. That is how you bond, with your kids. And even if they leave your house, and I know that is really sad, but if they leave your house, at least you know that the time that they were with you, that they learned what they needed to learn, and they got all the love that they needed, because that will help them make positive, good attachments later. So I could go on literally all day about that subject. This is from Kelly Grant. Hey, Alayna. I think I spelled it right. Does anyone make a remark about you and your family because you are all different? Okay, so she's got a couple questions.
Okay.
Does anybody ever make remarks about us because we're different?
Like how? What are
Like in
remarks?
public? Like comments?
Yes, actually, sometimes when this was back in Omaha, we'd go to the lake and people would talk about comments because Gavin is a different color, I'm a different color, and then there's Jade, and then there's Christian. And they'd say like horrible stuff about Mom and Dad. And behind their back, and I was just mad. I just shrugged it off because I knew it wasn't true. But yeah, they did make stuff like that.
That's the only time that I know of. So Sean used to take the kids to the lake all the time. He loves the water. And so the kids told me that happened there. I was not there, so I didn't hear it. And I have never, ever heard anything ever. And I'm sure that people think things because we are so different from each other. But
especially to have a lot of kids in my class asked why I had 2 white parents but I was Mexican.
yeah.
And I told them like stuff like I was adopted. But okay, so like I used to get bullied when I was younger, and it was because I told a couple of people that I was in foster care, and they were like, "Oh, my mom wanted me and your mom didn't," or blah 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 blah. And so that's why I stopped telling people, and then people would come and asking questions, and I didn't want to say I was adopted.
Yep.
Or I'm in foster care.
And we always told the kids that you don't have to talk about anything that you're uncomfortable talking about, and with other kids. And so, but that comment that she just made, I actually didn't know that happened. Nobody ever said anything until just recently. They told me that, and but we always used to tell the kids, you tell them whatever you feel comfortable telling them, and then you tell them, the rest is none of their business. So. But I have never heard any negative comments, but I do know that we get looks all the time.
We get looks all the time.
I always assume that the looks are because we have so many kids, and we just, obviously, there's a lot of attention on us when I look at a store, when I'm going through a store and I see somebody with 6 kids, and my mind automatically thinks, man, they've got a lot of kids. So I can't even imagine what we look like walking through a store all together.
Like 12 kids, and then 2 grown-ups, and then a baby.
Right, but I think that maybe some of the looks are because we're so different, and in my mind, all I'm thinking about is the sheer number of children we have. So that could be why we get looks. Nobody's ever asked me, come up and ask me. I do know that people have had, people come up and ask them in public, but nobody has ever come up and asked us that in public. So, but I'm sure people definitely think things or question are they with a school? Are they with a church? Are they
with the school or with the...
That's what I think sometimes people probably wonder.
But we're with our family.
Yes.
I remember this one time, Mom and Dad took us to an amusement park, a special treat. And a lot of people were looking at us strangely. We went into restrooms, and I remember a girl was talking with her mom, and they were like, wow, that church is big, or wow, that school trip doesn't have a lot of kids in it. And I was embarrassed because it's my family.
Right. Right.
And then also another thing is that most of the kids in my class only have 1 or 2 siblings, so they always go up to me and ask, what's it like to have 11 other siblings? And I'm like, noisy, very very noisy.
Yes, it is noisy sometimes.
Most of the time.
Oh, now she has a couple more questions on here. It says, also, what animals would you like to have on the farm be yours?
Mine?
What are your favorite animals on our farm?
Chickens.
The chickens?
Yes, and then the horses. They're very fun, but I'm a little scared of Sadie.
Yes, which you should be.
I should be
at this point right now, but that's not to say that will be that way in the future.
And then in the future, I want bunnies.
Oh, bunnies. So does Rosie. They want bunnies.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do any more animals right now.
Yeah. So my favorite animal used to be a flamingo, and I wanted a flamingo. But Mom said the only flamingo I would get is a yard flamingo.
Yes.
And then I changed my favorite animal, and Mom's kind of mad about it because now my favorite animal is a beaver.
Yeah, yes. I bought her flamingo boots, and I bought her, she has stuffed animal flamingos, and then she switches it on me. And then she also wants to know, have we ever been to Disneyland? Love you all as a family. I'm so proud to watch you all. Can't wait to watch more of you guys. So that was very nice of you, Kelly.
We've never been to Disneyland.
We have never been to Disneyland. No. Actually, I have one time when I was 16 years old.
Was it fun?
It was Disney World, which is in Florida. And but never been to Disneyland, and the kids have never been to Disney anything. Kristen Brett, do you pay your children for video participation? Okay, and Misha actually chimed in on that one. And Misha is right for the most part. We are not sponsored, so we don't usually ever do sponsorships. We get offered a lot of free products. I hardly ever do those. The only time I'm ever going to do something is if I like truly believe in it and I actually really love the product.
Oh yeah, like the stamps with their names. Those
yes,
were so cool.
Those were so cool. Yes, so we did the stamps the one time, and so we do not pay our children for video participation. No. We do not require them to film. They actually love filming, most of them.
Yes, I'm definitely a camera girl more than a...
Isabella loves, like, so a lot of the kids will come pick up the camera all by themselves to film because they love doing it.
Yeah, like what did Alayna make this time? Like,
yes.
That's the only thing I like to film with the camera.
Yes. And Misha said we do not make money. We do make a little bit of money. It is like hardly anything. So I will be very upfront and honest. This month, we're going to get paid about $140. We've been doing this for 3 years. 3 years. And
I don't think mom does it for the money. I know mom does it for enjoyment.
I do love it. It's a creative outlet for me. Now, that's not to say that I wouldn't love to get paid doing YouTube, because I would really be nice to be able to have that as an income. And maybe someday we will, and we'll get big and we'll do it. But after 3 years, you better really enjoy it, because only getting paid $140 this month is pretty much nothing. I mean, each of our kids would make what, like 20 bucks maybe. So we all do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah, and then I do get paid for other things, not for camera, for like chores.
She does. Yes, the kids all have something that, well, not all of them. The older kids all have something that they're responsible for that they can earn money doing. So we do that. Yes. All right, blue, green, green, blue. How do you guys decide who shares rooms with who? If they could, which kids would want their own room and which prefer to share? What is Elena's favorite sibling to share a room with?
Jade.
Her and Jade really want to share a room. Right now we have one big huge room and 6 girls share that. We have bunk beds in there. It has its own bathroom, and so then we have another room that Emma and Christian share, and we asked Emma who she wanted to share with, and she chose Christian, which surprises me, but I guess she really gets the control of that room, so I think that's why she enjoys that.
Yeah, and she also calls it her room.
Yes. And then John and Gavin share a room, and then Logan right now is in our bedroom, and we kind of just goes along with who gets along the best with each other.
Yeah, like I know Isabella and Rosie want their own room.
Yes.
I know Lily wants to share with either me and Jade, but me and Jade want to share with each other.
Yes.
And then John wants his own room. Gavin wants to share a room with John.
Yes.
And then Christian wants to share a room with like anyone.
Yes. So as they're getting older, the older kids really want their own room. So Emma and John really want their own room. I'm surprised Isabella wants her own room, and that surprises me. But those are the 3 kids that really have been the only ones that have said they want their own room.
Yeah, I'm a mover when I'm asleep, and Isabella's like right next to my head, and so like I'll turn around, and when she wakes up, my feet are in her face, and that's probably one of the reasons
why she wants her own room.
Yeah,
she's probably. Like, man. Oh my gosh, that probably is why. She's like, I'm tired of Elena's stinky feet.
And then I also put my pillows and stuff that don't match my bed on her bed.
Yeah.
It's because sometimes I take her pillows that match my bed.
Poor Isabella. You guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then the last question was, is the room sharing in this house the same as it was in the Omaha house? And the answer is no, because in this house, we only have 4 bedrooms, and in the Omaha house, we started with 4, and we ended with 7.
Yeah, 7 or 6.
And so we only had 2 kids per room there, and actually we had John had his own room, and Jade had her own room. So as we start to get a bigger house, then it will look different. And then we just ask the kids, like, who do you want to share a room with, or like the older kids will start to get their own rooms then. And so it just depends on the space we have available at that time. Carissa B, what would you like to be when you grow up? What is your favorite food? Do you like to bake or cook? Love your channel. Thank you for sharing your awesome family. Thank you.
Okay, so if you're wondering what I'd like to do, we have a whole entire video on that, don't we?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
is that what we want to be when we grow up?
Oh yeah. Actually, yes, our New Year's, did we do that at New Year's? I can't remember. No, but I think we do have a video about that. But, yeah, I want you to tell them, because I want to show you guys, I'm going to add it in here, your drawings that you do.
Oh boy. Okay,
they're really good.
Really good. I'm sorry. I want to be a fashion designer.
Yes, of course. The fashionista wants to be a fashion designer. Her drawings are so good.
No, they're not. They're
yes, they are.
embarrassing.
And Lily started doing it with her, and Lily's drawings were really good. Like, I was so surprised. So, what is your favorite food?
Okay, my favorite food. Wow. I have a lot I like to eat.
The kids just love to cook, so.
I love to cook and eat. Like my favorite food that I've made, or like my favorite food in general?
How about just your favorite food that you love to eat, like your go-to? If you could have anything to eat for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, what would you pick?
Okay, so breakfast would be yogurt.
Okay.
Okay, and lunch would be chicken patties.
Okay.
And then dinner would probably be fajitas.
Ooh,
I love fajitas.
We're making those this week.
Yeah, it's my fajita Friday days.
Oh, yum. I love fajitas too.
Oh, they're so good.
And then do you prefer cooking or baking more?
Both.
The same?
Yeah.
You like them the same?
Well, I might like baking a little more because you get little sweets out of it, but
yes.
I probably like them equally.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Cook?
Yes.
So my favorite thing to cook is probably I've cooked a lot of things in the past few weeks. Let's see. Yeah, dirty rice.
Oh yeah, we made that on 4th of July too.
Yeah.
Okay, so Crystal Benny, do you like living in Texas, and do you like being homeschooled? Okay. You like living here?
I like living here. I just wish there was more family.
More family?
Yeah, more family.
The heat has us a little down.
Yeah.
So, but
down in the dupes.
Yeah, down in the dupes or dumps?
Dumps. I don't know why I said dumps. Dupes. I don't know.
Okay, and then what was the other part? Oh, do you like being homeschooled?
Love it. Only 2 and 45 minutes of school instead of the 7 hours with 2 hours of homework.
We have actually, occasionally we talk about having some of the kids go back to public school, and that is only because we have some kids that are very unmotivated, and we have some kids that are
not so good at doing school.
They're not driven to do it, and they are struggling, and it's more of like not that we want them to go to public school, because we don't, but more like I'm kind of wondering about checking into the classes that they have for kids that have extra needs, just because I feel like a couple of our kids might actually need some additional help.
Yeah.
We've been trying different things, and although there are some things that are working a little bit, if they don't make that big of an impact, then I would definitely want to look at other things. But you are not one of those kids. Alayna does really well. Tracy Day, I noticed that Alayna hasn't been wearing her glasses as much. Did she get contacts, or does she just wear them for school, reading, etc.? I love watching your family grow up. So nice to see such well-mannered kids.
Oh boy, this is so embarrassing.
It's nice that you think our kids are well-mannered. Thank you.
No, I mean the question's so embarrassing. What happened to my glasses?
I know.
It's embarrassing.
It happens.
The horse stepped on them.
Yes. She was putting the birds away one night, and her glasses fell off. She didn't grab them right away, and a horse stepped on them.
No, actually, I was gonna run, and when I run with my glasses, they like go into my nose a lot, and so I took my glasses off. I was wearing my purple hoodie, and so I put them into my pocket.
Oh, they fell out.
And they fell out without me knowing.
Okay, so we are getting her. We have had to try to get so many doctor's appointments set up so all the kids can get into the pediatrician and get their first visit, so that way they're established. And then we have dentist appointments that we're supposed to do. And so Alayna actually wears her glasses because she has one eye that's weaker than the other. So it's not necessarily because she has a vision issue. It was to try to help strengthen her eye. And then if that didn't work, she was going to have to wear an eye patch. So that is why she's been wearing the glasses. But I just need to get her a doctor's appointment set up.
And if I could, I would wear eye contacts.
Yes, she would probably prefer. And at this point, you might be able to.
Really?
Yeah, you're probably old enough. Living Girl 1990. Okay, so 3 questions, and we actually have answered a couple of these already. So first question was, what do you guys want to be when you grow up? So you answered that. What is your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math, okay. And then, would you be open to another brother or sister?
Yeah.
You would?
I love babies.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that you... I bet you all the kids would say yes. That surprises me, but I bet they would. Last set of questions are from Misha Hayes. And Misha says, I love these bits. Thanks, Misha. So, we did actually answer some of the questions that you have. I'm going to go ahead and go down the list because you go a little bit more in depth, I think. So, your first question was, are you into a book series? What is your favorite series, your favorite book, and why? So, we talked about the favorite book. How come you love that series?
Okay, it's not a romance, sadly.
No, it's not. It's kind of a mystery, I think.
Yeah, it's very much an action book.
Yeah. So, is that why you like it, because of all the action?
And suspense.
And suspense?
Because you keep on wanting to read more.
Yeah. Kind of pulls you in.
Pulls you in tight. Lets you go and then pulls you in again.
Yeah. So once you start reading, you can't quite stop.
Yeah, and with some other books.
Yeah.
I read them, and then for like half the book, I'm not interested, and then the last 3 pages are like, boom.
Yeah.
But in the Millie Maven series, it's always like boom, 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 boom.
That's good. That's a good book.
It is a very good book.
Number 2, I know you love fashion. Have you considered being a clothing designer? So yes.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be more interested in designing shoes, shirts, jewelry, or other accessories like scarves, hats, and sunglasses? So.
Oh boy. Okay. In the house, I actually do have like a little jewelry business.
Yeah. She always starts these little businesses. She had a clay business.
Yeah, I had a
and
clay.
Now she has a jewelry making business.
I just have a sticker business.
A sticker business.
I just like the idea of me having my own small business.
She's going to be our entrepreneur.
Definitely.
So I would say right now she's into jewelry because she's making jewelry for everyone.
Yeah, but on like this, I've actually made some Barbie clothes.
Oh, and yeah, you have. The girls, her and Lily have been learning to sew. And so they have been sewing. Well, she sewed Barbie clothes, and then Lily sewed her own little pillow. It was so cute.
She gave it to Jade, though.
And you did a dress for your Barbie.
I did a dress. It fell apart because it was my first time.
And we do have a sewing machine, but they have not used the sewing machine yet. They actually hand did everything, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of the sewing machine now.
Are you?
Yeah.
That was really easy.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Once you get to doing it, it's so easy.
Yeah, I definitely want to make some scrunchies, but I have to get the elastic or whatever you...
Oh, yeah. The elastic for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make an actual scrunchie.
Number 3, of the required learning, what is your favorite subject? You said math. Which one do you find hardest? What subject do you find the hardest?
Oh, wow. Let's see. It's because my least favorite subject is the hardest because, like... Well, the hardest subject for me is math, but I feel like once I get onto it, it's easy. So I like science, I like history, I like reading. What subject do I not like?
So maybe math is your hardest because it's challenging for you and you like that, a challenge.
I like it. Mom knows I like a big challenge.
So number 4, as a teen, do you think you would want to try contacts instead of glasses, and we did say that you do want to try contacts, and she may be old enough, so we may try that. Number 5, if you were the boss, ooh, this is a good question. If you were the boss of the entire family, what would your perfect day look like? Like, what would everyone eat? What would you want to shop? Where would you want to travel? Where? If you had control for a whole day, what would our day look like?
Okay, we'd wake up around 10 o'clock maybe.
So we'd all sleep in.
Okay, we'd have pancakes.
Oh.
Yeah. And then for lunch, it would be, well, whatever day, because I like those, because you get to choose what you have.
Oh, whatever lunch day? Okay.
And then we'd go shopping. We'd like go to like a park and like play, and then we'd come home, eat, or we could go out to eat.
Oh, okay, we could go out to eat.
Okay, and then we'd go shopping, and then we'd order pizza.
Oh.
And then we'd go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Watching movies.
Have a movie marathon night?
Yeah, I do those a lot on the weekends.
The kids love movie marathon nights. Number 6. Which sibling do you best get along with and why?
Jade. Okay, we're basically the same person, just a little things different.
Yeah.
We have the same mindset and everything.
I can see that. You guys have some of the same, like, oh, how do I want to say that? Like, similarities as far as your
Mentals.
Like I was gonna say, like your pros and your cons.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you guys view things the same.
Yeah, we do. And
and I think you understand each other.
Yeah, it's like when I talk about like hard feelings and stuff, and who I'm mad at, I'd go to Jade and then I'd go to Rosie, because Jade's like understanding and Rosie's like, you know what, just get over it.
She's like your truth talk and
yeah, Rosie said she's my, okay, so Rosie said that, okay, I used to be in therapy and now I'm out of therapy, and so Jade's like my kind therapist and Rosie's like my real life therapist.
That's funny.
Yeah, you need to get over it. Just because she stole your hot dog does not mean it's the end of the world.
It's good to have both perspectives, though.
Yeah,
somebody who understands how you feel, and then the other person who says, move on.
Yeah.
Last question, okay?
Yeah.
How do you think it would feel to be an only child?
I die of boredom.
You die of boredom? We really do have so many kids with different personalities that you get your pick of who you want to play with that day.
Yeah, but I do have some siblings that I'd be okay if they went on a field trip or something.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I like how she put that, how they go on a field trip. Okay guys, thank you for joining us for Alayna's Q&A today, and I'm not sure who we're going to do next, but
I think Rosie wants to go next.
I have a lot of kids that want to go next. So we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.